Hello, my name is Sarah Wagner, and today I'll be discussing the social exchange theory. The social exchange theory originated during the 1950s, primarily through sociologist George Holmes, and he proposed that social behavior is the result of exchange process. The purpose of this exchange is to maximize benefits and minimize costs. According to this theory, people weigh the potential benefits and risks of social relationships. When the risks outweigh the rewards, people will terminate or abandon the relationship. Cost involves things that are seen as negatives to the individual, such as having to put money, time, and effort into a relationship. The benefits are the things that the individual gets out of the relationship, such as fun, friendship, and companionship. The social exchange theory suggests that we essentially take the benefits and minus the cost in order to determine how much a relationship is worth. Positive relationships are those in which the benefits outweigh the costs, while negative relationships occur when the costs are greater than the benefits. George Holmes once said the following to explain his exchange theory. Social behavior is an exchange of goods, material goods, but also non-material ones, such as symbols of approval or prestige. Persons that give much to others try to get much from them, and persons that get much from others are under pressure to give much to them. This process of influence tends to work out at equilibrium to balance in the exchanges. For a person in an exchange, what he gives may be a cost to him, just as what he gets may be a reward, and his behavior changes less as the difference of the two, profit, tends to maximize. After Holmes has established this philosophy, other theorists carried on to compose more about it. It involved Peter Blau, who, as well as Holmes, is believed to be a main developer in the perspective of the exchange within society. Peter Blau also developed a version of the exchange theory. He attempted to use the rules that govern the relationships between individuals and groups as the basis for understanding social structures. Using actors, he demonstrates rewards and penalties involved in social interaction, but gives more importance to the social structures that emerge from interaction between actors. Blau felt that these social structures could affect the process of interaction itself. Blau also pushed the boundaries of exchange theory by dealing with two kinds of organizations, both those that were emergent from exchange and formal organizations, established to achieve specific objectives such as firms or political parties. Lastly, Blau recognized the difference between large-scale, complex social structures and small groups and asserted that the different rules do in fact govern these collectives. Social structures were governed by norms and values. He thought that the value consensus with large collectives was a form of indirect exchange among actors who would otherwise not frequently exchange with every other member in the society or community. Peter Blau concentrated his early publications on the theory of social exchange regarding the utilitarian and economic perspective, while Holmes concentrated on reinforcement principles that believed community-based. Blau believed that people concentrated too much on the concepts of psychology that they would cease from discovering the developing features of social exchange. He stressed technical economic examination, while Holmes focused on the instrumental behavior of psychology. Richard Emerson's early work on the theory intertwined both Holmes and Blau's ideas. From Holmes's idea, he believed social exchange theory was based on reinforcement principles. Emerson's perspective was similar to Blau's also, since they both focused on the relationship power had with the exchange process. Emerson stated two significant inadequacies with the behavioral formulation by Holmes. First, It did not have a real idea of community apart from a collection of personal behavior. In this logic, its beginning of the social framework was too simple. Second, it regarded as particular the social idea surrounding individual behaving, i.e., the structural changes in social structures that psychologists try to understand. According to Emerson, the social exchange theory started in social psychology and sociology. He hypothesized that a significant determinant of unbalanced association is an authority imbalance, directing the reality that interdependencies among parties are important to the continuation and existence of social exchange relations. However, according to him, the model is not a model, but more of a structure of reference. It meant that other models can integrate and be contrasted from the situation onward. Therefore, he placed those two features together and combined them by employing them on both categories of social psychology and sociology. The theory of social exchange is best recognized as a structure for clarifying exchanges of possessions in market situations that are defective between various parties or a system through a social procedure. Social exchange theories argue people may view relationships in a profit or loss way. Tebow and Kelly, social psychologists, believe people will look to see how rewarding a relationship is and then how much it costs to be in the relationship. If there is a profit left over, rewards minus costs equal profit, then that may encourage them to continue the relationship, whereas if there is a loss, this may motivate them to end the relationship. Using a 4-stage model, setting how relationships could be maintained, predicting that over time people develop a predictable and mutually beneficial pattern of exchanges, assisting the maintenance of relationships. The first stage is sampling. It consists of analyzing the potential costs and rewards of entering into a relationship with someone. Secondly, bargaining is a testing phase of giving and receiving rewards to understand whether a deeper relationship is worth forming. Thirdly, commitment involves that sampling and bargaining is reduced and attraction to the other person will increase if the costs of being in the relationship are also reduced. And lastly, institutionalization. A relationship is recognized as having been formed and norms are developed that set the expectation of specific rewards and costs for the relationship's continued success. An example of the social exchange theory is the interactions that take place in romantic relationships. Both people involved play an important part over the outcomes in the social exchange theory within their relationship. One individual will give the other individual what they want in order to ensure that the act will be reciprocated and they will receive what they want as well. When both individuals think this way, it results in the occurrence of the social exchange theory. To ensure that they both get what they want for themselves, they will give the other what they desire. This is where stimulus, proposition, or principle of experience takes place. The stimulus proposition states, if a similar stimulus presents itself and resembles an originally awarded activity, the individual is likely to repeat the course of action. The stimulus may also be present from a past relationship or similar experience. For instance, the woman, like most women, wants to receive love and commitment, and in order to receive that and maintain it, she will continue to give a man what he wants, affection. The man will continue to love and commit to the woman as long as he receives the affection he wants. This displays the success proposition. If an activity was previously rewarded, then the individual is more likely to repeat that activity again. It also displays the value proposition because affection is valued to him. The value proposition is a principle of value as an outcome. The more value to an individual, a unit of the activity another gives him or her, the more often he or she will emit the activity rewarded by the activity of the other. When both individuals do not comply by this social exchange theory, one of them is likely to leave. And that was the social exchange theory. Thank you.